Also a little bit of a weather buff. Check out the East Mountains this morning. Quite a bit of fog in the East Mountains. Now, fog forms when you have the amount of moisture in the air close to what the temperature is in the air as well. When you get that dew point and temperature pretty close together, you get fog to form, and that's exactly what happened in the East Mountains this morning, because what we saw with that fog is the front banked up against the East Mountains, and when that happened, we got enough moisture to collect, and we also saw those temperatures drop, so we got that temperature and dew point right close to each other, and that's how we got that fog to form this morning. But that has since lifted, not only in the East Mountains, but we're also looking at a nice afternoon across the Albuquerque metro, but it is quite a bit cooler. Only 48 degrees right now with an east wind still at 24 miles per hour, gusting even higher than that at times as we continue with a little bit of a canyon wind. Check out the temperatures across the east. They have just cratered over the past 24 hours. Only 36 degrees right now in Roswell, 38 in Carlsbad, 39 in Hobbs, 36 in Clovis, 39 in Tucumcari. An extremely cold afternoon across the eastern part of the state. In fact, it's colder in Carlsbad than it is up in Durango and Cortez. That just gives you an idea of just how cold we are across the eastern portion of the state. And here's another way to look at it, how much we've dropped since this time yesterday. A 31-degree drop in Clayton, also for Tucumcari. Ruidoso, 32 degrees cooler than the noon hour yesterday, 29 degrees cooler in Roswell, and even central portions have cooled down quite a bit. Not to the extent that the eastern part of the state has, but Albuquerque has cooled by about 13 degrees, Santa Fe by about 12, and Socorro by 11. Now, we are still dealing with winds, especially in the metro area, where we're continuing with a little bit of a canyon wind. Winds are gusting up to 30 miles per hour, and we'll continue to see those winds in the metro area over at least the next couple of hours, but they will eventually start to come down through the afternoon. Also dealing with some gusty winds across the southwest corner of the state. Deming seeing a wind gust of 32 miles per hour. And here's a look at our model winds, where the southwest corner is really where we're going to be watching it for the next few hours or so, but eventually winds do start to come down, and as we watch a couple of more storm systems pass to our north, we will start to boost up those winds across the eastern part of the state once again. Across the southeast, we are dealing with quite a bit of cloud cover still sticking around as we deal with a little bit of that moisture behind the front. But the rest of the state seeing mostly sunny skies. We are watching our next storm system out to the west. A lot of this is going to pass us to the north. Could get a couple of spot snow showers across the northern mountains, but more than anything, these storm systems that pass to our north are going to continue to reinforce this cool air that's already in place. And we're also going to get a few doses of winds as we move into the end of the week. Now, it won't be a huge wind event by any means, not like what we see in the springtime, but the winds will be elevated, especially in the afternoon hours as we continue with the blustery conditions across the state. Winter certainly trying to get its hold across New Mexico. Southern Colorado, temperatures into the upper 50s and low 60s with lots of sunshine, a few more clouds on Wednesday, and then we watch for maybe a couple of showers toward the weekend as the storm system dives far enough south to try to get a little bit of snow going in the San Juans of Colorado. Over the northwest, mostly sunny skies, temperatures a little bit cooler here in the upper 50s to low 60s, and we stay on the cool side throughout much of the week. Perhaps a few more clouds toward the weekend as a storm passes to our north. Over the southwest, mostly sunny skies, temperatures into the 50s and 60s this afternoon. Down to 53 for Silver City for Wednesday as that front finally makes it through the southwest corner of the state. A few more showers possible toward Friday and the weekend. Over the southeast, partly cloudy skies. Could see a couple of spot showers this afternoon. And then we continue to dry out. Temperatures do rebound. We're back into the low 70s by Thursday, but we continue to get those reinforcing shots of cool air, and we're back into the 60s over the weekend. Over the northeast, mix of sun and clouds. Could see a spot rain shower this afternoon, but things quieting down across the northeast, and we'll have another shot at showers as we move toward Friday. Over the northern mountains, could see some spot snow maybe in the early afternoon hours, but for the most part things have wrapped up. Our next shot at showers on Thursday. Over the east mountains, we'll see temperatures in the upper 40s to low 50s. In the metro, we'll continue with the wind over the next couple of hours before it starts to come down. Highs in the mid 50s for this afternoon, and we continue to stay on the cool side. We'll make it up to 62 by Thursday, but then more reinforcing shots of cool air, and by the beginning of next week back into the low 50s.
Okay, thank you, John.